Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel for this week's Toolbox Safety Topic video. Before we get started, make sure that you give me a thumbs up down below here to encourage me to make more videos of this type. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel where you will find additional videos of this nature, along with other safety related videos and leadership training videos. Well, let's go ahead and get started with this week's Toolbox Safety topic. Today, I'd like to talk about the symptoms of 5 cold weather injuries. Let's go ahead and get started. The best treatment for cold weather injury is not to get one in the first place. If you're going out to work, hike, or hunt during the winter, wear plenty of layers for warmth. You also want to avoid tight-fitting clothing, especially boots. Tight clothes inhibit blood circulation as well as the circulation of the warm air your body naturally gives off. Pay careful attention to and protect your ears, nose, fingers, and toes. These are the places that will most likely experience a cold injury. If you've heard any advice on how to survive in cold weather, it's probably this: don't sweat. Sweating not only dehydrates you, and yes, you can get dehydrated during the winter, but it gets your clothes wet and will greatly increase your chances of becoming a cold weather casualty. That is why it's best to wear several layers. As you become more active and your body heats up, remove outer layers to prevent overheating and sweating. Also, drinking plenty of water is always key to your survival in any climate. And now we're going to talk about 5 cold weather injuries, how to recognize them, and how to treat them. Number 1, let's talk about chilblains. Chilblains is a tissue injury that can be confused with frostbite, but is usually not as severe. This injury is caused by exposure to non-freezing cold weather and humidity. It usually only occurs in people that already have some sort of circulation problem. Chilblains can last for several days and typically heals 1 to 2 weeks after exposure to inclement weather. Now, the signs and symptoms would be blisters, burning, itching sensation, pain in the affected area, and skin discoloration. Treatment would be keep affected area warm with topical steroid cream for itching. Now let's talk about trench foot. Trench foot got its name from soldiers suffering from this condition during World War I. It is caused by prolonged exposure to damp and cold conditions and is still regularly found today among the homeless. Trench foot is typically a bit more serious of a condition than chilblains. It can take less than a day for symptoms to start showing and can happen up to 60 degrees Fahrenheit. If left untreated, it will cause gangrene and the extremity will need to be amputated. It can be easily avoided by wearing boots that are not too tight and drying out or changing your socks at least once or twice a day. And some of the signs and symptoms of trench foot are pain, numbness, discoloration, and blisters. And the treatment for trench foot would be keep feet dry and warm. Take off boots and socks when resting and sleeping. Number 3, let's talk about frost nip. Frost nip is the first stage of frostbite. It is reversible superficial freezing of tissue. Permanent skin damage is not common. Let's talk about the signs and symptoms of frost nip. It would be pale skin, numbness, and tingling. Treatment for frost nip: rewarm affected area immediately. Can be as simple as breathing on your hands or placing your hands over affected areas such as your nose or ears. Let's talk about something a little more serious: frostbite. Frostbite occurs when ice crystals are formed in cells. As your body temperature gets lower, blood is pulled into your core to keep your important organs working properly. However, this is taking away the warm blood from your extremities, leaving you more susceptible to frostbite. However, in extreme conditions, frostbite can occur to exposed skin within minutes. And there are varying degrees of frostbite that range from superficial to actually freezing the bones. The longer you are exposed to freezing conditions, the more severe your frostbite will become. Now, if left untreated too long, the affected areas will simply fall off or require amputation. Some of the signs and symptoms of frostbite in order of the severity: pale skin, numbness, tingling, burning, clear blisters, top layer of skin feels hard to the touch, clumsiness, complete loss of sensation, yellowish, bluish, or gray colored skin, blood-filled blisters. Skin and below feels hard, solid to the touch, blackened skin, or gangrene. Avoid warming affected area if refreezing is possible. Also avoid rubbing or massaging affected areas. And there's some treatment. Remove wet, restrictive clothing. Permanently remove casualty from the cold. Rapidly rewarm affected area and seek medical attention immediately. And then finally, let's talk about hypothermia. Hypothermia is described as the body's temperature going below 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Left untreated, hypothermia will shut down the heart and lung, resulting in death. The best way to fight hypothermia is to remove wet clothing and move into a warm area. It is broken down into the following 3 categories of severity. Mild would be when the body temperature is 90 to 95 degrees. Shivering, high blood pressure, rapid heart rate and breathing, blood vessels constrict, confusion, and high blood sugar. And then there's the moderate, and that's 82 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Shivering becomes more violent, clumsiness, pale bluish skin, blood vessels constrict further. And then there's the severe, that's less than 82 degrees body temperature. Heart rate, breathing, blood pressure decreases. Difficulty speaking, thinking, amnesia, no motor skills, can barely walk, irrational behavior such as taking off clothes. Preparedness is key. Remember, someone isn't dead until they're warm and dead. Some miraculous cases have been documented where individuals have recovered from extremely low core temperatures and were declared clinically dead until their bodies were able to rewarm. Also, if you or someone you know experiences any of the above conditions and makes a full recovery, they are much more susceptible to the same or worse conditions in the future. Know and monitor these individuals in cold weather. Prevention by preparation is the best way to fight cold weather injuries. All right, boys and girls, that's it for this week's Toolbox Safety Topic video. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Make sure you give me a thumbs up down below here to encourage me to make more videos of this type. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel where you'll find additional videos of this nature, along with other safety-related videos and leadership training videos. And until we see each other again, take care of yourself because you're number one. Look out for your co-workers and help ensure their safety. Have a grateful day. And remember, I will see you in the field. Before I go away, I'd like to talk about my granddaughter. She has a YouTube site, and she's a real talented young lady. She's working for improvement. She plays softball. She does a great job. Her videos have really gotten really good lately. And she's 12, and she talks about things that are relative to 12-year-olds, and it's rather entertaining. So if you have kids or grandchildren in that age group, make sure you direct them towards Katie's Collage and take a look at this young lady who's developing her skills as a YouTube talent. This is a very proud grandfather signing off. Remember, Katie, I love you. Wow, 11%, huh? Used to occupy a lot less. Anyway, let's get this party started. All right. Today I'd like to talk about the 5 symptoms. I'd like to talk about if you've heard any advice on how to Now, these 5 injuries, we're going to talk about how to treat these 5 cold injuries. We're going to discuss 5 cold weather injuries and how to treat them. Let's try that again. Now, we're going to talk about how to treat. Now, we're going to talk about the 5 symptoms and how to treat 5 cold weather injuries. Pale skin, numbness. Some of the signs and symptoms of frostnip are, however, this is taking away the warmth. Pale skin, numbness. Clear breast. Skin and below. Avoid warming affected areas if refreezing is possible. Rubbing, massaging affected areas. Thanks for watching, everybody.